Hi friends, so today I thought I'd make another chatty video because I still have footage from this event, and just so that you know, you don't really have to pay attention to the screen, but in case that you do, this was recorded when I speed ran this event and I was yet not too used to like the Saurians and like NetLand mechanics in general. So if you do pay attention to the images, you're gonna see a lot of awkward situations and things. Like for example, here at the beginning, I'm trying to get to the science of the canopy, and you know, it is a lot easier than this to get there, but I just couldn't find my way, so this is how I got there. But yeah, you can really just listen to this video if you want while you do other stuff. And what I'm going to be doing is reacting to a post that I found on Reddit, which is called Share Your Hot Takes on Popular Opinions About Genshin. It is published by Cities of Evil. And I just, I found it, I started to read it, and I realized that it could be like a fun video idea to like react to this person's opinions and also like start a debate. Like, of course you can share your own opinions and it is totally fine if we don't agree or anything. Just be respectful about your own opinions, and of course feel free to share your hot takes or unpopular opinions on Genshin, even if they're not on this video, or on this post. But yeah, having said all of that, I'm just gonna get started. The first one says, Barbara is my favorite character and I much prefer her current English voice to the first one. The first one is grating to my ears and sounds too raspy and aggressive, much more suitable for, say, Xinyan than Barbara. The change to a softer and sweeter tone fits her character much better, and it is also much easier on my ears. LOL. I had honestly never heard her first voice. I didn't know there had been a change, and I have to agree with OP. Like, I don't think that first voice suited her at all, and I do think that her new voice is a lot better. Xianling's high-pitched thing on her idol animation is annoying. I must say that I find Xianling annoying in general, so I don't play her and I don't really know what idol animation is this person talking about, but I probably agree. Like, I'm not too big of a fan of Xianling. I know a lot of people love her, and if that's you, that's perfectly fine, but yeah, not one of my favorite characters at all. I hate Eula. She comes off to me as annoying kind of a jerk. I mean, kind of a jerk, not kind. And a hypocrite. Okay, I did not remember this one. Treats NPCs like she's superior to them, yet also complains that people don't like her. Also, her binging shit got tiring after like 5 seconds. I cringed so bad when she literally first met Traveler and had no better idea than start rambling about vengeance. Though I tend to hate tsundere-like characters, so maybe I just can't get her. I mean, I do not hate Eula, but I do agree that she's not like the most likable character ever. I do agree about the vengeance thing though. Like, when I met her on the story quest, I was like, why? Like, why? Literally, why? And I admit that I didn't like her at all at first either. But I think that when you realize why she's doing it, like, she's trying to be unlikable, like, on purpose, I guess that, I don't know, yeah, I guess there are better ways of dealing with everything, right? Like her family and everything, but I remember liking her in the end. Related to that, Amber is actually one of my favorites personality-wise, and it low-key breaks my heart when people ship her with someone as awful as Eula. Okay, I mean, I have to say that I agree here about Amber. Like, a lot of people hate her, and I honestly just find her, I don't know, like, nice. She's, I don't know, yeah, I like her personality. Like, maybe she can come off a little bit annoying, but I do like her. I don't hate her at all. But I don't know, I don't agree about the second part. Like, whether you ship them or not, I do think that it is cute to see like Eula treating her better than everybody else, and like how Amber just, she has, I don't know, like she sees her like in a better way, so like if Amber likes her, it's like easier to like Eula. I don't know how to explain it, but for me it is a bit like that. I actually really like Hangout quests. They're a nice change of pace from the stuff we usually do in the game. Okay, I have to admit, I have never done a Hangout quest. Like, I don't know, that's embarrassing to say, but I don't know, I've been trying to catch up a little bit with the story quests because I wasn't doing them either. So, yeah, I started doing story quests not too long ago, and thus I haven't really started the Hangout quests yet. The last event, aka the Fontaine Film Festival, and particularly the minigame where you had to play against 3 other people and push the round thingies into your own zone, were actually really fun. Okay, if I remember correctly, because this is a little bit old now, this is the Roses and Muskets event. I'm not too sure, but I think so. And that event, guys, it was absolutely amazing. To this day, it is one of my favorite Genshin events that I've gotten to play. And I do agree, that part, like that mini game was super fun. And I wish they did more like co-op games like this, you know, like the wind trace and like this. I don't know, like things to play, whether it is with friends or with strangers, you know. But yeah, I really think those are events or game modes or, well, whatever, that should be even permanent, honestly, or at least come back quickly so that people can, you know, have fun and just play around. Not everything has to be fight, you know, like of course co-op fighting events would be great too, but I mean there could be other games, you know, and other things to do with friends that isn't just like fight or farm open world together, you know. I don't really care about Spiral Abyss. It's probably one of my least favorite parts of the game. Okay, I disagree, but at the same time I can understand. Like, for example, when I started playing, the Abyss gave me so much anxiety, and right now it doesn't, like, I mean, it's not like I'm entirely comfortable with it, but it doesn't give me the same anxiety that it used to, and I'm actually hyped and I want to like improve. And I don't know, I always like to test my characters, my teams, my rotations and everything, and see like the improvement. I've never really 36 starred the Abyss. I haven't even tried the 12th floor. So, you know, it's like something I'm constantly working towards, and I don't know, I do like it, but I do understand why people may not like it. It's just that it is a, you know, fighting game to an extent. So I don't know, I understand that there are so many other things, so you may not be that interested in the Spiral Abyss, but I am, because I want to like have good characters and good teams and like being good. Like I want to get better at playing said teams. So yeah, I don't know, I do like it, honestly. Abyss usage rate is a bad indicator of a character's strength. I absolutely agree. All the overworld bosses can be pretty fun to fight if only they were all at least 3 times tankier. Like, make this modification optional, of course. I really agree with this person. Like, when you no longer have anything to do, like you don't have any resin, you don't have enemies to fight or like farm, you really have nothing to do with your friends, and you usually end up just fighting overworld bosses, or for example like the local legends. And I think that it would be so cool to be able to modify how tanky each boss can get, you know, because for example if you're playing alone, you may want a challenge as well, you know, like maybe some days you just want to farm it quick, some days you may want a challenge, and some days you may be with like all of your friends and all of you are using like your best most cracked DPSs, and you may want like a real challenge for all of you. So instead of just adding more world levels, they should add an option to do this, because I think that it's very cool. It could be very fun. All/most/some quests should be replayable, and I absolutely agree. Like from the main story to like past events that have not become permanent, and we have like, you know, all of the newer players have missed, me included. we should be able to play those even if we arrived late, and the others should be replayable. By the way, I'm so sorry for that dog. It's my neighbor's dog and literally is barking like for the whole day, so I can really avoid it. The amount of resin given is nowhere near enough. In comparison to the primitives you receive, it takes 3 months to have a decently built character, but less than half of that to pull a new one. I mean, I don't know if that's me, but I have terrible artifact luck. So, I mean, I guess it depends on the RNG, you know? However, now we have more resin, or well, it's not really more resin, but like you don't need to enter the game like twice or thrice a day to not miss out on anything. You can like just enter once. I personally find it very, very helpful, but it is true that I would like to get more resin, you know, like a bigger vault for the resin, you know, like not just 200, and also like receiving one resin like in less time. I would suggest that as well, but I am happy with how the resin situation has been improved. I think people are focusing too much on no constellations horizontal investment when vertical investment also lets you beat hardest content just as consistently. I mean, this seems a little bit dated because now with Imaginarium Theater, you definitely want to have more characters built than few characters better built. But I do agree that a lot of people are against pulling for like constellations and weapons for I don't really know what reason. Like it just, I mean, I think that they probably see it as a whale thing to do. But honestly, you can invest so much in like your favorite characters and you will probably be clearing the game a lot more easily than if you had many characters with less investment, except of course for the Imaginarium Theater, you know. But yeah, I don't know why people are so against that. Like you should just do what you prefer, you know. If you want to have more characters, then go for it. If you want to get a few characters that are cracked, absolutely go for it as well, you know. I'm on board for a faster dialogue speeds. I'm a fast reader, so it feels annoying that the text takes so long to get to the point where confirming goes for the next dialogue. I do agree, unfortunately. I love Genshin's voice acting, but I usually am just skipping because I've read the lines, like the dialogue, a lot sooner, you know. Like I just read the whole thing and they take ages to complete the dialogue with the voice. So sometimes I just feel like I don't know, I'm gonna fall asleep. Like I wish that the voice could, you know, be faster sometimes. I'm not a fan of constant festival type patches after the main story quest finishes. It feels cheap. I partly agree, but I mainly disagree because I do like the festival type patches. What I don't like is when said festivals feel empty. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but like all the characters that we know are pretty much unreachable throughout, you know, the game experience, you know, like you can meet them on the story and like there are story quests and hangouts and stuff, but you can only see them again when they appear in events, you know. So I don't get why those events like festivals and such don't focus more on the characters that we love, and instead they focus on like NPCs and such. Like that's something I can really never understand. Like you have a lot of characters that people love, that people are saving for and pulling and spending a lot of time building and researching their lore and reading their stories and everything, and then you can't even see them in game. Like there are characters I think I've never met, or I've met like once, you know, especially because since events are not permanent, you can really, you know, replay those stories, and it's I don't know, I think that they could do a lot more with it. That's the thing. Like the festival patches feel cheap because they could have so much more, not because they are festivals, if you know what I mean. For example, this year's Lantern Ride, I absolutely adored it. But it still could have had more now that I think about it, but I loved it. People have too high artifact standards for no real reason. I mean, I probably am guilty of this. I think that the reason is there because, you know, substats are important, but it is true that a character can work well without, you know, without min-maxing too much. It's just that I find it fun to like min-max and try to get the best artifact possible, but it is true that it takes a lot of time and it's kind of torture for not really, you know, a valid enough reason, but I get it because I do it too. I don't like Hu Tao. I think she's overrated, and hate for Ganyu is unwarranted. I mean, I can agree that Hu Tao is a bit overrated, but this person seems to have something personal about her. And yeah, Ganyu doesn't deserve hate. I don't think I've ever seen anyone hate on her though, but yeah, if people hate her, I don't really get why. Okay, another one about Hu Tao. Hu Tao is cringe and annoying AF. Honestly, I don't see her that way, but I do agree that even though she is a character whose aesthetic and like theme like has everything to be liked by me, she's not really my favorite character. Like, it is true that I find her a little bit annoying, but I don't dislike her, I don't know. And the last one, world quests should be shorter while maintaining the purpose of the quest. I'd say that this depends a lot on the quest, but what I'd change about world quests, it's not necessarily that, but the fact that they are about NPCs most of the time, and I would like more content about the characters that I love and that I want to actually see, you know? But yeah, okay, this has been a ride. Let me know your opinions. It doesn't have to be about these, of course. It can be your own unpopular opinions. We can talk about that in the comments. Also, I still have footage from this event, so if there's any topic that you would like to discuss or like you would like me to give my opinion on, just feel free to leave it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess that I'll see you on the next video.